Alright, hey yo! How's it going, boys? What is up? Sora's back once again for another what's in my head video. I don't know what to call this series actually. So I'm just gonna try and summarize like the day one, my thoughts on the Arcarum Replicard Sandbox on day one. I've been here for 11 fucking hours. So I'm pretty fucking exhausted. I'm also lacking of sleep, so yeah, I may or may not include a lot of things, but I'm gonna include as much as I can, okay? On like my experience or what I think and blah blah blah. Or you know the drill, right, by now? As you can see on the menu screen right now, I've probably done quite a bit. Yep, that's the end of the video. See you guys. Alright, so to put it simply, I know a lot of people will probably ask this question, so which one should you do? The normal one? The normal Arcarum or this Replicard Sandbox version? There is a few things to keep in mind. To put it simply, if you just want the Arcarum mats, the invoker shit, the fastest way to get it is still the normal Arcarum, the one that you use your tickets and all that shit. But the thing is, it's like if you want to over farm, okay? If you want to over farm like you're out of tickets or whatever, then yes, you can actually go in a sandbox. But honestly, if you ask me, you could typically just ignore the very existence of sandbox altogether. You just actually don't really need that all too much. You can just continue just doing the usual normal Arcarum and still get everything done anyway. It's a little bit slower, yes, true, but you can still get things done. Yeah, but when it comes to like the sandbox, the drop rates can be a little bit questionable. Okay, so it can be very questionable because when it comes to like the important ones like the Astras or the Edians, all I can say is that the Edians is super rare, like really rare, because like I think I've only gotten maybe out of that, I don't know, 10 hours or so, like probably 4 Edians is really bad. It's so bad, and like if you're thinking of farming Edians in this sandbox, I highly suggest you to just not do that. Unless you really have nothing else better to do, like, you know, farm Magnitude or whatever. If you're done all that shit and you still haven't done your invokers yet, then yeah, by all means, just go mash that. Mash sandbox. Burn all your pots. Go right ahead. But like, I mean, that's like the really only good thing about Arcarum Sandbox though. You can just use pots and farm and shit. But like, the other thing is like the Astras, right? The Astras, for me, it's kind of hard to say though, in my opinion, because a lot of people in chat mentioned that the Astras is fucking shit, like drop rate wise. Let me do this real quick because he deserves it. Yeah, get fucked. All right. So yeah, but for my case though, like when it comes to Astras, right, like the first 5 or 6 hours, right, I've been meshing this like the first 5 to 6 hours. Astra wise wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad. Like, I've gotten quite a few here and there. Like, I think in total I gotten like at least 10 plus around there. It wasn't that bad. Then after that, like the last few hours, right, I think I've gotten almost nothing at all. So I'm guessing like the first few hours I was just probably just really lucky or some shit. I have no fucking idea. So to me, that one is a little bit questionable right now. So, but when it comes to like the drop rates, like what can we get from all this shit, it would be nice if they actually, you know, include it like as a whole, or what we can actually get from all that. You know, like say, you know, if you just go in here, right, like what this guy can actually give, like when it comes to miscellaneous, because you know when you click on this, you don't really see everything, right? You can only get like a few stuff. Like same goes for this, right? They only mention like the weapons and maybe like Astra, but technically you can actually get other stuff as well. I feel like they should actually include all that, but so like I don't really know like what the fuck is going on with that shit. Like yeah, I have already done like at least one cycle on all of it, so I just kind of got a gist on like what I can get a little bit. But yeah, most of the time I did spend, as you can tell, I did spend most of my time here because I was like trying to clear missions and get like the fucking echo shit, so you can go Lucador and brr stuff, you know, because 20% echo is so damn good, right? But anyways, like when it comes to like the battles and like the guidebooks and all that shit, right? I feel like it's a very interesting touch to how they did this. It's very cool though, because like, you know, when you want to do this, you... Oh, this is the other thing. Probably I'll explain or emphasize a little bit more when it comes to like the UI and shit, because that shit is fucking confusing as well. Because each of these individual nodes, what essentially are they doing is that they're basically a defender or whatever. So what you're doing is that you're increasing the SID bar of the individual Arcarum summon. So like for example, like this Elation Drake, it shows some weird ass symbol, but actually you just need to look at the color, because each of the bars has their own color, right? So this one's red, which is, you're gonna get this. That's what I think it is. So like for this one is yellow, so this one is actually the star, and then this one is, yeah, this one is the devil again. So this is like green, so this is actually the sun stuff. So that's what they're essentially are going for. And then in order for you to unlock the final boss, basically like first you have to obviously go through all the way till the end. But in order for you to get to the last boss, you need to get all these body parts, which consists of the organ, the rib, and the core. So how do you get that? It's also basically based on either you RNG it. Number one, there's one RNG, because you can get it from RNG via this thing here. Like if you complete like one cycle, you can actually increase your rate relatively high. Like here's an example, because I've been doing this a lot. So as you can see, you can get up to 200% boost. You can go up to 3. You can basically go up to 200, but the time left is really RNG, because you can increase it by 1 hour whenever the thing appears. So that's just really based on RNG. But yeah, you can go up to only 200%. And try doing getting more, but it doesn't go higher than 200%. So there's that. It'll be nice if you can do it during MagFest and all that shit though, you know, like farming during MagFest or whatever. Okay, so anyway, what I was trying to say earlier, like the RNG part, whenever the bar goes full, right, you'll get a little box thingy. I don't know, you will see that from your own run or on my VOD or whatever shit that I uploaded on YouTube already. So you get that, and there's a chance for you to get all this random shit, because I remember I did this motherfucker so many times, right? I'm sure if you're in the chat, you've probably seen me did it. I've done this fucker so many times. I cleared this moon cycle so many times, and I've gotten like I've gotten this one and this one. I gotten both already. This rib was dropped from the boss on that specific fucker, on a stupid turtle motherfucker, okay? But I managed to get this organ and the core randomly from the box whenever you complete the, you know, when this bar goes full, essentially. So yeah. And then, okay, so that's basically how the Arcarum Sandbox works. So you just farm whatever, you know, that, you know, gives you whatever fuck you want. You just farm that, and then you get that, and then you just clear your missions or whatever shit. Yeah, the missions is basically extras, yeah? The missions are just extras. It also allows you to get like random Arcarum points, give you materials, you know, like this anima, whatever shit. There's a lot of random shit actually. So, and then it also gives you all this guidebook stuff. So what these guidebooks actually are is basically, my guess is that they're doing this pseudo extra stuff is just so that they allow you to get extra stats, because, you know, essentially we are missing one summon, the support summon that we usually use from either the friends or, you know, some random pubs or whatever. So we are missing that altogether, so we are probably getting this just to negate that loss, along with the extra 11 weapon, which I'll get to shortly. So you need to do all those missions just so you can unlock more of these. It's cool. It's kind of nice. So we have like one global one, which is, they call it the Universal Guidebook, where you unlock by completing the tutorial, which is the Zio, I think. I've forgotten the name, but yeah, basically you start off this thing you finish that, you get the universal guidebook, which is probably supposedly the best one because it includes a lot of fucking OP ones like 25% damage cap each. So you can actually get 100% damage cap from clearing all this, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, this only all works in Arcarum, by the way, so FYI. So you get a lot of this stuff, which is kind of neat and all that. But yeah, this is all the universal one. So like all the other ones, like the special guidebooks, you're only allowed to equip 2 of them. But from what I can see, you can only get like 2 each, like 2 on each route. Yeah, so because there's 4 routes, right, you can only get 2 each. So what essentially they do is that, yeah, some of them are like, yeah, just double multi-attack. Yeah, then so you have Veil, which is fucking useless from what I can see because some bosses literally bypasses that anyway, so what the fuck is this for? Okay, then you have some of them you have defense. Some of them are pretty okay, like this one's the one I'm using. This one is relatively okay. This multi-attack survivability is decent. This one is kind of like whatever. This gives you stamina and +1 crest and extra CA damage. Yeah, so all this just gives you CA damage. I think the most important one is really this one, because this gives you fucking 20% echo. Like you have 20% echo like all the time the moment you equip this. How is this not good? And plus you get immediate one hit mirror image, which is great. MET, fuck it, who cares the shit. MET is just extra, so it doesn't really matter. But echo though, echo just too damn good. And then this one is relatively decent as well. You get like what's that? You get 4 nodes of triple attack. And then you get 4 nodes of just skill damage. Skill damage is whatever. But this one is just for Tormentor meme, which you can typically ignore. The reason why I said this was decent because you can actually get extra 10% damage cap, which is good because, you know, if you're going like Lumberjack, just, you know, like skill damage meme setup, yeah, this is probably gonna help you along with you know, if you Ogi here and there. It's great. I think this is okay. Then the other ones is like, yeah, this one just gives you the one like I said earlier. You get stamina and chain burst. And other reason why I'm also using this is because that this has cut the skill damage cooldowns by 1 turn, meaning it should also refer to your your raid border skills. You reduce your overall raid border skills cooldowns by 1 turn, which is kind of cool, I guess. And then yeah, stamina, sure, kind of whatever really. And get chain burst damage, doesn't really matter. I'm really using it just for this really. And then the other one is what's that? This one is kind of like a meme though. You get refresh, you get extra HP, and you get defense and shield. Yeah, this one is probably one of the shit one, unless you for some reason you just cannot stay alive or whatever. I guess you could use that, or maybe we need that in later on because they're probably going to progress or unlock this for further expansion or whatnot. Who knows? Maybe we need that in the future. For now, this is kind of like whatever. This one suck. Yeah, just debuff resistance and debuff success rate, and you have 1 auto refund. This is like whatever as well. And then this is your bounty hunter and EXP thing. If you want to grind extra XP, I guess you could use this because you can get quite a bit of XP and free TH4, I guess. So here's the thing. I don't exactly know if the TH actually matters in the Replicard Sandbox yet, because I have never actually tried matching with TH9 and stuff yet. Probably we'll see some nodes of it in the future or whatever. I would like to find out. I would like to see and find out as well. So there's that. And yeah, I guess you want to eat more EXP, you can use this. But honestly, I'm already maxed out. I don't think that really matters. So guidebooks is pretty cool, but at the same time it's a fucking pain in the ass to unlock. Because you have to mash a real lot, okay? But to me that's fine, because you know you can basically do this in your free time. Okay, so that's about the guidebooks. So what other things we could probably see as well is obviously having the extra additional weapon slot. So for now we only have 11 slots. For some reason they showed up to 13, but if you click here it says please wait for future update. Haha, too fucking bad. Get cucked, bitch, you know. You know, it honestly be better if they just don't show it all together, but yeah, I guess it kind of shows that there's probably more stuff in the future for Arcarum and shit like that that allows us to use up to 13 weapon slots. That's cool. So, these weapons are kind of nice. It goes up to skill level 15 now because they're all full lumen break and I already did. It actually adds quite a bit of the damage consistency because the battles are relatively on a slightly harder side. It's not really too hard, but because I'm relatively geared, I can just go Luca and go brr stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you have that, you could probably do that too. So yeah, it's not too bad having like just free damage in there and just give you extra crit. So why not, right? Sure, I'll take it. You know, just take whatever stuff that you can get it working. So when it comes to like the new weapons though, the new weapons, quite a few of them actually feels like a meme. To me, like 70% of them feels like a meme. The remaining 30% is kind of alright, that is somewhat usable. So like, the weapons are cool because some of them are like, they have the unworldly Ogi mod, which is cool, but you have to remember that all of these weapons are not boostable by summons. Not only they're not boostable by summons, they only get like really good stuff if you equip it in your main hand. So if you don't use it as a main hand, it's pretty shit. But most of the important stuff like this one you only get it in Arcarum. So if you don't use this as a main hand, you can pretty much just say fuck all to this stupid ass weapon, really. So like for example, like this one's not too bad, but at the same time it kind of makes you go enmity and shit. So it's not too bad actually. This weapon is not too bad because like you know, whenever you, this is like the justice weapon, right? So whenever you cast this spell, you know, you get free heals and shit. Yeah, sure, why not? You know, this one's relatively decent just because of this. And then the other one I think that is decent is also this one. This is decent because you don't really have a lot of wind sticks that you can actually essentially use properly, you know, especially if you want to use like you know, monk or whatever shit like that. Yeah, you don't really have a lot of wind sticks that's somewhat usable. This is actually not too bad. It's like, yeah, you can attack next turn, but still it's fine because, you know, you can also at the end of turn boost to win allies who didn't. This one is kind of like a meme, but yeah, it's decent. It's kind of whatever. You just really use it just for the sick Ogi or whatever. The other one I also think that is relatively decent is this one, which is the Frow's weapon, because, you know, it gives you skill specs when a shot boost to skill specs, MC skill specs whenever you Ogi. So that's great. I really think this is a really good perk whenever you Ogi, and unfortunately this is only massive. The other one is also that you'll get supplemental damage against foes with red heat effect, which is Frow's S2 I think. And or if you use the Devil Call, you get that red heat thing. It looks like some burning local debuff thing. Yeah, so this is okay. This is relatively decent. This is the other one that I would say that is not too bad as well. So basically what it does is like, it does bonus earth damage to all foes. That means you Ogi. This is like a free nuke. So like you Ogi and get a free nuke. This is relatively decent. And then you get 50% cut to MC's damage taken while in effect. So it's like you get free damage cut your MC. Sure, why not? And then every 3 turns your MC deal like fucking whoop, you know, like the usual tower effect thing. Which is, yeah, it's decent I guess. But the rest I feel like it's kind of like a meme though. Like, I mean, this one's alright too, but eh. So it's basically like for light is whenever you cast your divinity thing, you get like a massive dark cut, or you get extra echo I think whenever you have this. This one's alright too, I suppose. But yeah, it's only when you use it as a main hand. But yeah, gun though. Using gun Gizoku as light is like, I don't know. Most of the time if you use light, you just rather just go you know, fucking Luca and shit. The dark one looks like a meme though. You get shortened effect, auto revive on the ally in the 4th position. Why do you want to do that if you're dark? Because you want to kill Nia anyway most of the time, right? So who gives a fuck about this? And then Yeah, if you're wondering, every single weapon all have the massive boost to dark allies. The elemental allies attack. They all have that. The second one onwards are the ones that's different. Then this one, boost to dark allies attack and defense when an ally is knocked out. This is such a meme though, like what the fuck? So honestly, it's just kind of like whatever. Yeah, I could potentially grab this, but yeah, you know. I haven't gotten to the worst part yet, by the way. So yeah, Hangman is kind of whatever. It's just basically, as long as you have a lot of buffs, that's great. But if you can't really essentially keep all those buffs, you know, like if you're not using like the Golden Knight memes or whatever, then yeah, this one is kind of like a meme. There's no reason for you to go use this setup at all. It only applies if you're really going for that Golden Knight comp team composition. Then yeah, I guess you can kind of see that being usable. The moon, why the fuck? All right, okay, now going back into it because of the stupid random fucking update there. So moon is kind of like somewhat not that great either, because like it just gives you basically the moon buff, you know, whenever you call the moon call or what's that? I think whenever you Ogi with Hassie, I think that's her name, yeah, the moon potato, and then you get extra 20% charge bar, and then your other one is you get boost to attack specs of water allies with a full moon, which is I think only lasts for like 1 to 2 or 3 turns, I forgot, but I don't know, man, it's so weird. And yeah, this has like one of the weird things where it looks like a fucking plate or I don't know, like a damn shield or something, but for some reason this is a bow. So once again, Cygames is once again so good. Don't fucking know why the hell is it like that in the first place. Moving on, the second last one, which is the Sun Sword, Katana. So this one is okay, I guess. I mean, but it's very I don't know how to say. It's kind of like, I don't know. We can just live without this really. So, I mean, it's just one clear and then chance to double strike effect to MC. This is on Ogi. I'm not even sure what's the percentage of this yet. And then you get drain effect with to fire allies with double strike effect. So you can just get extra drain. That's it. The fuck? And you remember this is a damn katana. Most of the time, if you want to do burst with Alanan shit with like a trumpet emoji, right? You either use Luca or you use Gizoku. You know? Who the fuck uses katana? for that kind of shit. Why? The fuck? And then the last one is Judgment. And Conquest Anthem effect to all allies, which is, if I recall correctly, also you can kind of get it from... I forgot who was that guy. I can't think of it right now. But yeah, it actually mentions here, basically it converts all the boost to defend effects to boost to attack. That's actually what it does. So then the other one you get is the win allies take damage every turn, which is kind of like a DOT for some reason, and then you get earth damage reduction. You can just forgo this, man. This is such a meme though, seriously. So yeah, that's why I say like there's only a few that are somewhat usable. So this is the bad part, okay? The bad part is that in order you grab any of this weapon, they come at 0 stars, okay? They come at 0 stars and you have to manually full limit break them. In order for you to full limit break them, oh boy. Let me show you guys real quick, okay? This is example number 1, okay? Do you see this? You need 5 of the new quartz thing. This is the last thing where you get a boss. You need 15. 70 of the... whatever, the stupid crystal thingy where you get from killing the node boss or whatever. And then you need this stupid Malice fragments. And then you need this 100 of this and 30 Astras. This is the first one, by the way. This is 0 star upgrade. In order for you to get all the way to max limit break, right? Not full limit break, sorry. In order for you to get all the way there, you need to use all of your Arcarum, the Arcarum Sandbox materials. I mean, it costs this much and it takes fucking forever to get it done, right? Which is honestly understandable because it's supposed to be a super long content that is gonna last you for like probably years to come and shit. It's totally understandable. But yeah, so like, if you ask me, right, all these Arcarum New World's weapons and shit, you can essentially just ignore it because, like I said, you're only essentially only using it either in Arcarum or if in like normal content, use it as a main hand, which is like you don't really use it at like now, right? Because you know you kind of only want to use it at maxed out or some shit, right? But then again, you can only get it to skill level 10 anyway. But yeah, but still, it's kind of like a meme, right? In most cases, so you can typically just kind of ignore this weapon altogether. That's why this is like probably like the worst part when it comes to the whole new weapons and such. Okay. So there's that. There's the new weapons. Okay. The other thing probably I want to talk about is the QL stuff, or I mean the UI whatever shit they decided to add into this game for this. I mean to this sandbox thingy. So number one is, oh my god, I fucking okay. So number one, the party window. I fucking hate it so much. So number one, not only they added a brand new tab for this, so because usually in order for us to switch between A and B, right, previously, we just need to click, right? We just need to click once and you just switch between back and forth. So now, now, we have to click this and click again, click OK, then only we get it. But it's not over yet. Then we have to click on that shit, select our fucking thing. Oh man, what a great UI design. Oh boy. Like, can't they just make one special button for Arcarum parties or whatever? They could literally just put it here. Right? They could literally just put it right here. There's space. They could just do it there. I don't see why not. So that's just one of it, okay? The another annoying part, which I do not fucking understand why. Okay, so what they actually tend to do, right? When you go through the tutorial or whatnot, right, to set up your teams or whatever. So what they essentially do is that when this extra tab, what they do is they grab all of your preset teams that you set in your set A. So for example, like my set A has like all this blah 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 blah, right? They grab all this and put it under your extra tab. So what essentially happens yeah, so as you can see, if I go in here, you see this is exactly the same as what you saw earlier, right? So that's what they did. But the fucked up part is that, let's say if they set it already, right? So like, you know, for example, I have some stuff like, you know, I want to grab like, you know, say for example, I want to bring my Skypiercer team or whatever to that because it's not safe, right? So I want to do it, right? I want to go save it. I'll go to extra. And I select something. Oh, apparently it works now. Alright, what's up guys? Hello, this is future Sora here. Yeah, so apparently I noticed there was a little bit of like, I thought it was fixed or something during the issue you was saying a moment ago. I decided to double check again while, you know, I was editing the video and stuff. Apparently the problem still persists. So anyway, what was I actually trying to say in that part is basically like, you know, usually if you want to set your other setup, say like so, okay, so for example, I'm using this characters right now, right? I want to replace it to another one, say like currently I'm in set B, right? I want to replace something else, I just click save to party, right? So it actually replaced with my lumberjack, right? So that's what I was trying to say. And because there are some shit in there that are totally, so like if I go to my extra, right, there's so many other characters that I have not, you know, I can't do it. But you see, because my previous selected setup, like you saw a moment ago, was lumberjack. But as you can see, the same party, save this party is not there. You can literally only save the tabs or overwrite the teams that are only in the specifically in the extra tab. So let's say, right, okay, so now I'm in set B, right? So let me just go back to extra here. Let me just choose this team, okay? So now I'm using this team within the extra team, okay? The extra tab. So if I were to go to another one and I want to replace it, it works. You see? As you can see, it works, right? But if I go to another one, like if I want to go to my set B and say like, okay, I want to take, yeah, so for example, if I want to take like, say this Tormentor team, for example, right? I want to use this Tormentor team, replace it in my extra tab. Apparently, I'm not allowed to do that. So you see, if I go to extra right now, I select to like say another win here. It's like say I want to replace this one, right? But you see the save this party button it's not working. Why? So yeah, that was the main complaint that I had anyway. So I'm just gonna cut short the whole thing because there was like one whole big portion of me I was like wondering why is it working all of a sudden, but apparently it's not working. So yeah, there we go. All right, back to my back to the past. Sora go. So the other very notable one I have to complain is that this fucking what is this? What is this icon? The fuck is this freaking icon? I don't understand. Like they just put this real ass icon which has nothing. It doesn't show anything. Like I click on this, it doesn't show. What is this? Like if I didn't, you know, I was guessing it's like, wait, is it the color of shit or some shit? Then chat kind of like told me it was the color. So I was like, at first I didn't even know what the fuck I was actually doing at first, because it doesn't tell me. Like, what the fuck is this icon? Another prime example is this one. Okay, so when I click on details, right? Okay, when I click on details, so at first it says equip here, right? It literally says the word equip here. My initial thought process, okay, was to equip this fucking guidebook, okay? But you know what they do? They go back to your initial page, which is here. It's so fucking misleading, man. Like, what the fuck? So like, and then in order for me to go back, right, I have to scroll down and click on this to actually go back here as well. See, both of the buttons work the exact same way. Why? So so in order for me, right, to actually, so if I click details here, for some reason it still goes back here. There's something wrong with the fucking coding, man. The stupid programming shit. Oh my god. So like, here's the thing. My back page is here. I click back and it works, okay? I click back, it works. But if I click here, it goes back to this. Why? See, this is one of the few fucking UI things I had like major complaints of. Like, god damn it, like, holy shit, man. Jesus fuck. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's understandable, okay? I totally understand. This is all day one stuff. I hope it's gonna get fixed, okay? So, I'm just ranting just because, why not? It's probably YouTube content. So yeah, that's another few. This is one of the few major, what's the word? I guess my major complaint when it comes to like the UI stuff. My next complaint is this mission page. So I totally appreciate they let us to get all this new stuff through missions, so there's like a reason for us to grind and all that shit. But I mean, dude, come on, man. You added all this fucking filter system. Why can't you fucking let us filter our fucking like look at all this. Like look at all this. I have so many fucking pages. Number one, I don't fucking remember where the hell this motherfucker's at. Instead, in order for me to know where the fuck he's at, I have to click on this, proceed, then it'll go there. Like, why can't you show me that thing there? It doesn't tell me. It just says Aquila fragment, sure, but like it doesn't tell me just from there. It's like, even from this fucking mission click thing, it doesn't tell me that thing. Like, where? Like, it'll be nice because this fucking page is so fucking cluttered, especially if you do like all the expeditions. What essentially happens, right? When you do all these missions, the thing will slowly, one by one, will just keep appearing under your missions tab. So it keeps appearing, and there's so many of them, it just gets so fucking cluttered. You can't even like keep track what the fuck is going on anymore. That's why I was wondering, like, why can't we like filter this to like, I don't know, to each specific route or some shit, right? You know, like just you know, Zone Elisio missions or Zone Fame missions, you know, stuff like that. Like just to make make it easier to look at, or you know, because right now it's just fucking full of text and it's not even helpful text. You know? Oh my god, man. That was like one of the things, like I remember I have to like read one by one, like who the fuck is this? and then same applies like to when the ones are completed, because you know what essentially happened is like I wanted to look for like the specific mob that upgraded like the said guidebook. So like for example, like this one, I was trying to look for this fucking because what essentially is how do you unlock this is basically you just need to do like one specific node. You keep doing it over and over, like maybe up to like 50 times plus and above or whatever, and you eventually unlock, right? Like one of the nodes. So I was trying to look for, because I was originally I was trying to look for what unlocks it. So yeah, I was trying to look for what unlocks it. So I had to like go through one by one, because it only says, okay, so for example, like this one, it kind of shows you that it includes the guidebook thing, because it says, you see there's a guidebook here, but in the icon it shows like a little card here. So it kind of shows you a little bit, but it only tells you like the anima, so you have to literally check one by one, like, you know what essentially they actually give, right? So I was like looking one by one, and then I was like trying to look for their whatever guy, like, you know, like say, okay, this guy gives triple attack. Okay, so basically this Far Sea Predator guy is the one that actually allows you, if you mash this, you get the triple attack buff on that specific guidebook or whatever, right? So like then this one is the one I was like looking for. This is the one that gives echo, right? So this is what's the one I was trying to look for. So it's like in order for me to look, I have to like go through one by one, because I've cleared so many already before. So I had to like go through one by one and look which is the one that gives me that shit. Because you have to look for the route itself, right? Because there's no fucking filter or nothing. And we all know how the UI design tends to be when it comes to side games, and I mean GBF anyway, right? Because it always has been a fucking problem anyway. I really hope like they fix all this in like the upcoming patch or whatever, or maybe take notice in their upcoming stream or whatever. I really hope they take notice of all these fucking problems, man, because there's a lot of problems right now in the UI design. But that's probably okay, so there's probably more UI stuff I can probably rant, but I honestly can't fucking remember now because I'm just too goddamn tired. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Conclusion is that it's a cool add-on. I remember I was joking about it on stream earlier. I basically mentioned that this sandbox is basically like a free DLC to the original Arcarum, you know, which allows you to consistently just keep playing it. It's nice. You don't really have to do it unless you really wanna, you know, you have really nothing else better to farm or whatever, and then you want to finish your invokers, and then you could do that. Yeah, I mean the BGM, really, I honestly think like the BGM is probably like the best part of this sandbox. Really, I really like the BGMs that they put in this sandbox thing. And then like some of the battles are really cool because they actually make use of like some of the old bosses we have never ever seen in a real long time. These are all the monsters that we hardly ever see. Like, yeah, this one is a prime example. This one is only like in the side stories thing, which is like I think the twin Lolly and Shota character that you can get from side stories. Yeah, this one is one of the old ones. They can kind of make use of it again, and then they added in like more what's that, mobs that have a newer design or whatever, or maybe like a same design, you know, like this turtle is basically like the same old turtle but in different colors. Change the head here and there a little bit. So yeah, I mean it's kind of refreshing to see all these new ones. It's cool. And then like, yeah, you get to see all the old Guild Wars stuff like Aslagan Blizzado, you know? The AX kills on Magna 1, which I think probably a lot of people seems to be complaining for some reason. I'm not sure why. But like, there's really no reason for you to complain or like feel bad for not having any of these anyway. Because yeah, remember, these ones definitely work outside of Arcarum. But they're not boosted, they're just extras. It's not really needed, but it helps, I guess. But it's not really a massive, huge amount anyway. It's just Gives you extra. Why not, right? And plus, they're only applied to Magna 1 weapons from what I can see. So yeah, the other cool part is that they allow you to inherit, like, if you have if you just say, for example, if you found like, say this is the one. Let's say, for example, this, for some reason you want this Leviathan spear. You want to have this, right? You want to keep this. So what you want to do is that if you just go to your upgrade, you can just click on inherit. So if you want to see how this actually works, what you need to do is basically you need to go to any of your the same weapon type, which is, say, because we are using the Leviathan spear, for example, you need to go to any other Leviathan spear, which I do not have right now. Just pick on another one. On any of that, you need to unequip everything, and you need to unfavorite that first before you can actually do that. So essentially what happens is that you can just use this and do the upgrade thingy and inherit and pick that level 200 one or whatever, and it'll automatically becomes like this, which is the one that I had originally. So it just adds on, you get extra, you know, like this one I found, which is relatively decent. So I get extra double attack and boost all allies attack. Why not? It's kind of like whatever. Probably like the best ones you can get is either on Chef's Sword or Celeste Claw anyway, because, or you know, like, what's the other one? Colossus Stick. You can probably do that, because that's like only probably the one of the few ones that you really make use of in Magna 1. The rest is kind of whatever. So yeah, it's kind of nice, but you don't really need all this. Plus, probably you only worry about this if you're like super endgame like me or some shit. But even for me, I don't think I really give a shit about this anyway. You can get stuff like skill cap or CA cap or whatever. That's true, but it's kind of like not really a big deal, because like even before all this was a thing, right? You can just do all the contents just fine, right? So there's really no reason for you to really force your way to go through all the grind in the Arcarum Sandbox to get like the best possible rolls on all your Magna weapons that are being used or whatever shit, right? There's no reason for you to do that unless you really have nothing. Like I said, if you have nothing else better to do, then yeah, go ahead and go play a sandbox, I guess. Sure, why not? It's there, open all the time, no time gate, nothing. It's just there. I think that's the only other thing I can remember that I should talk about. But yeah, that's all I can say for now. That's what I think about the Arcarum Replicard Sandbox. I think it's a cool thing, but yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video and find this helpful anyway. Sure, share your thoughts on what you think about the Arcarum Sandbox too, I suppose. Probably a lot of complaints here and there too. But yeah, I like this so far. I just hope they fix a lot of the issues that I complained before. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Like, subscribe, on and good stuff. Bye-bye. Okay, bye. Okay.